Formagi YouTube video k lia oper jo tum ny story lik kdhs k oper tai men strong hook lik k do. Hook jandar. Suspenseful our curiosity si barpor hona chaye k mary vauer engage ho jn our video ko ntk decken title. Letters written in water. The lake looked calm at dawn. A thin mist floated above the surface, cold and silent. I stepped closer, feeling damp grass soak into my shoes. The air smelled metallic, like rain that had not fallen yet. When I leaned over the water, ripples formed gentle circles. Then I saw the letters. They shimmered just beneath the surface, pale and trembling. Words shaped from light, written directly on the water. My breath slowed as I tried to read them. Each letter dissolved as soon as I focused on it. A chill ran along my arms, even though the sun was rising. The lake began to move without wind. The letters returned, clearer this time, stretching wider. They spelled my name. I stepped back, heart pounding against my ribs. The water responded, forming new lines. Drops lifted upward, defying gravity. The sound around me faded, birds and insects falling silent. Only the lake remained, whispering through soft splashes. Another sentence appeared, slower, heavier. My skin prickled as if something watched from below. The surface tightened like stretched glass. A sudden cold wrapped around my ankles. The letters changed, sharper and darker. They warned me, but the meaning shifted as I read. The water began to rise, touching my hands. The words pulled themselves together, urgent and trembling. Behind me, footsteps pressed into the wet ground. The lake erased the message and started writing again. The new letters spread wider, covering the lake like a thin skin of light. Each word pulsed as if it carried a slow heartbeat. My ears rang with a low hum that vibrated through my teeth. The water climbed higher, soaking my sleeves with icy fingers. I tried to step away, but the ground felt softer, unstable. Mud shifted beneath my feet, breathing like a living thing. The mist thickened, pressing against my face and blurring the shore. Trees along the edge twisted into dark shapes without detail. The lake reflected nothing now, not the sky, not the sun. Only words existed on its surface. They rearranged themselves, faster, more demanding. My name repeated again and again, written in different sizes. Some letters appeared scratched, others smooth like glass. A sharp smell rose from the water, bitter and old. It reminded me of rust and forgotten rooms. The cold reached my knees, numbing my skin. I felt a pressure in my chest, heavy and deliberate. The humming sound deepened, vibrating through the water. Tiny waves struck my legs in steady rhythm. The letters sank, then burst upward in a sudden surge. They formed a message longer than before. I tried to read, but the words shifted positions. Meaning slipped away every time understanding felt close. The surface of the lake tightened again. It looked solid for a brief moment. Reflections of hands pressed from below, distorting the letters. I froze, unable to breathe normally. The water felt warmer near those shapes. A faint tapping echoed, slow and patient. Each tap sent ripples across the writing. The mist parted slightly, revealing more of the shore. Footprints appeared behind me, fresh and deep. They filled with water as soon as they formed. I turned, but saw no one. The air carried the sound of shallow breathing. It felt close, almost touching my neck. The lake responded, letters brightening as if excited. They spelled a sentence that refused to stay still. Words slid into each other, overlapping. My head throbbed as I forced myself to watch. The water climbed higher, reaching my waist. Cold tightened my muscles, slowing every movement. The humming stopped. Without warning, silence pressed down harder than sound. Even the mist seemed to hold still. The letters faded until only faint outlines remained. Then the lake went completely dark. A sudden pull dragged at my legs. The mud released me too easily. I felt myself drifting forward. The surface rippled, welcoming and smooth. Light returned in thin lines across the water. New letters formed, smaller and closer together. They traced memories instead of words. Images flickered beneath the surface. A hand reaching out. A door closing softly. A face half hidden in shadow. My pulse raced as the water responded to my thoughts. The images sharpened with each breath. The lake reflected moments I tried to forget. The smell